Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Elia Akila binti Abdul Farizal. So today I would like to point out about one of the issue faced by ANH Berhad with regards to its financial department as well as financial performance. So I will talk about the factors as well as consequences. So one of the issues is limited capital. ANH Berhad has only one source of capital, which is depending slowly to the owner saving with the amount of 50,000 ringgit Malaysia based on financial statements provided. It focuses mainly on the ability of the owner to provide for the capital for its business management, operation as well as the company. So there is no other sources of capital for its expansion and survival. So it could be said that there are lack of emphasis on the going concern concept. So as the consequences, it will be unable to purchase assets and resources needed for expansion, especially for its operation. It will be also a threaten to the ability to cover day-to-day operations. Lastly, there will be working capital problem as there will be an arising issue related to the asset, which is the cash, as well as the liabilities, which is the credit.
The first recommendation for a limited capital issue is apply for a loan. Loan is a sum of money lent to another party in exchange for a future repayment of the principal amount plus interest that is used for a specific reason. The lender can be bank, financial institution, government or non-government organisation. The example are Majlis Amanah Rakyat or MARA. They offer a several financial service, especially for a Bumi Putra entrepreneurship, like Putek, financing the business acquisition of machine and equipment, and SPIM, financing the business expansion plan. There are also SME Bank with their small business financing to increase the business product marketability, and MIDF with their soft loan scheme that where a business can use for their working capital, acquisition of fixed asset and premise renovation. The second recommendation is make another short-term investment. It is a financial instrument that can easily be converted to cash instead of the long-term investment because of their short period, less than 1 year, and low risk, make it more easy to manage, reward for their loyalty, and protected by the government issue. Even though ANH have a fixed deposit account, they can consider another short-term investment like unit trust, where is a unincorporated mutual fund structure that fund an asset and provide a profit that will go straight to the unit owner instead reinvesting to the fund, like Amanah Saham Bumi Putra. And they can all other example is real estate investment trust REIT, where a company own and also operate income producing real estate across a range of property sector like Aziz REIT and Amanah Harta Tanah PNB. The third recommendation is apply for a line of credit. It is the amount of money that a financial institution agree to lend. We can draw money from our line of credit account when we are needed with the maximum amount set by the lender. We are only being charged with the interest, the amount that we only use instead of the whole borrowing amount. And when those debt is fully repaid, we can borrow it again. The example line of credit SME bank with their revolving credit line.
So for the next factor is the short-term planning. They focus on the short-term planning and does not aware of the importance of long-term planning. So they might be interested in immediate result and profit of the company, but not the future achievement. There will be a limited time and space for them to think and do something benefits for the company and management as well. So they also might difficult to expand and survive for a long time in the future. They might be also unable to reach overall targets of the company and resolve their permanent issue. So lastly, they might forget to examine major capital expenditure of the company that could lead to serious cash flow problems, which is the high occurring and maintenance cost of the machine used for its operations. Next is limited budget planning. ANH Berhad does not aware of the amount of revenue to be expected and expenses to be planned. They might not really concerned of the financial health of the company, which may give major bad effects of the goals set by the top management. They will also be unable to reduce the risk of financial results. For example, when the actual amounts they get may be lower or higher than the anticipated amounts. Other than that, they will be unable to control the operations of the business as a result of high operation costs, especially with the use of high technology and latest model of the machine. Lastly, they will be unable to balance the expenses with the income, as this will lead to cash flow problems. When the cash outflow from the company may exceed the cash inflow to the company. Other than that, I have also made some calculation on the debt ratio of ANH Berhad for the year 2018 and 19. So as you can see, there is a decreasing trend in the debt ratio, and it shows that the company is not too depending on the debt to finance from its asset. So as for the conclusion, ANH Berhad must overcome this critical issue of limited capital in order for them to sustain for long run operation and in the long term, as well as to be able in attracting more investors in order to invest in the company. So that's all from me. Thank you. As you can see, this is the calculation I have made regarding the return on asset of ANH Berhad for the year 2018 and 2019. So as you can see, there is increasing trends in the return on asset, which means that the company managed to utilize the assets and improve to generate more income.
So time interest and ratio, as we can see, the ratio is higher in 2019 compared to 2018, which means that the company can cover its current interest payment with its available earnings. But in 2020, there is a high possibility that the company ability to pay the interest expenses has decreased due to the higher lost income. Other than that, there is also significant increase in operating expenses in the current year that lead to the higher income losses in 2020. So the company may have problem to cover the interest payment and high possibility of default of the loan when amount of the profit is low.
Proceed to net profit margin. So in 2018, ANH shows negative profit margin due to high costs, especially on operating expenses. But in 2019, the company shows positive profit margin when the cost is lower than the income. However, negative profit margin trend is repeated based on ANH representative statement that expenses are exceeding the income for the current year.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Sharifah Zubaida Wafa. The next issue is loss of significant customers during COVID-19. As we all know, many small businesses has been affected by COVID-19, including ANH. ANH is a company that has been dealing with a walk-in customer for a long time since the company started its business. After the COVID-19 pandemic hit hard on the economy of our country, ANH has been trying to maintain the existing customer in order to run the business as they receive a minimal number of customers. This affects the sales for ANH since their customer cannot contribute profit for them.
In order to treat this issue, it is recommended ANH can increase their sales by create new opportunities. Due to COVID-19, our life has been changed, so when it comes to your customer, you cannot easily ignore this. Some of the products you sell may be irrelevant to their needs, while others may be more important. To adapt to this and mitigate any lost sale, a business may need to alter the product or improvise the product. ANH must look for opportunities to innovate as we navigate through the ongoing pandemic. During the COVID-19, face masks, hand sanitizer have been employed as a public and personal health control measure against the spread of COVID-19. Even ANH has sold masks as a product, but the variety of masks available is limited. They should expand the type of material used so that a customer can select the one that is most comfortable for them and has an interesting design. Besides, hand sanitizer is also in high demand, so they can custom hand sanitizer holder based on customer preference. Other than that, ANH can promote a different type of package in trend, which is the COVID-19 package. For example, they could include a hand sanitizer, face mask, t-shirt or tote bag that is custom made to the customer specification in order to pique the customer interest in purchasing the package. The buyer can gain a lot of discount by purchasing package instead of a single item. Next, they can also offer this package to a company that wants to buy in bulk, and the company can give it as a gift to their employees who have already received vaccine. This can help the government spread a positive attitude about the vaccine and make other people consider joining the vaccine program. As there are already many initiatives like this in other countries. Lastly, they can also introduce a buy one, give one model to entice customers to purchase a mask for themselves and donate one to a person in need. This type of action can build a trust and goodwill with your current customer. They also get your brand and name out there to potential customers. Another recommendation is maintaining existing customer. Customer retention is very important now as the coronavirus pandemic has caused many consumers to reduce their spending and rethink how and where they spend their money. This makes it nearly impossible to recruit first-time buyers, necessitating a greater emphasis on customer retention to maintain revenue. There are a few ways to retain customers, which are improve your customer experience by collect feedback when customers leave. When customer cancel their order, the business need to find out why the customer do that and use this opportunity to learn how to design a better experience for the future. They also can increase the customer experience by optimize loading time. As we can see, ANH has an interesting website. However, it took some time for the page to loading. The faster your page load, the less likely it is that your customer will leave before you have a chance to impress them. Reduce load time to increase sale and customer engagement. To keep your site running at top speed, you can optimize image, leveraging browser caching, and following other best practice. The other way to retain the customer is incentivize purchase. You can incentivize returning customer through various measures like gift cards or discount. Gift cards provide you with an immediate cash infusion and guarantee that a customer will return to your business in the future. In addition to offering special buying incentives, they also can offer credit terms to customers. The advantage of credit term is increase in sale. When you begin selling on credit, you may or may not see an increase in sale, but if your competitors do not offer credit term, you will gain sale by offering credit term as your customer will purchase from you. The other advantage is increased loyalty of customer. Allowing customer credit shows that you value and trust their ability to pay their bill on time. So the customer will feel a sense of loyalty and enjoy doing business with someone who believes in them. The credit term should be designed to improve your cash flow. For example, some business allow customer to take a trade discount of the original selling price if the customer pay within a specified time frame, thus providing the customer with an incentive to pay quickly and improve your cash flow.
The third recommendation, increase presence on social media. The social media has been playing an integral role in consumerism today. Therefore, it is important for a business to know how to implement its marketing using the social media. Even though ANH has opened an account in the social media for the purpose of marketing, but the content of the social media is not enough to receive people's attention as it has only one post in the company's social media, as you can look on the right side of the slide. ANH should post all of their product they had and also the packages that they offered by taking pictures that could attract attention from the user of social media in order to get a potential customer. User of social media is often attracted to a product that is beautifully captured. Therefore, by using this method of marketing, ANH could receive a lot of customers to keep them going during the pandemic. The fourth recommendation, make a live stream. As the pandemic has caused the whole country to be on the MCO mode, therefore a lot of people has been stuck at home. The people will start using the technologies more than often. This is where ANH can seize the opportunity by making a live stream on a certain day every week. ANH can use this opportunity to promote its product by offer discount code for the first 50 who enter the live, start or join conversation, utilize sponsored posts or paid advertisement, post more frequently, have an online contest, keep your customer in the loop with story updates, and promote special or limited time offering. By making an appearance every single week on live stream can increase the existence of the company throughout the whole Malaysia, and this will give ANH some potential customer.
For the next issue is not enough budgeted expenditures plan. Based on interview session with Cik Huda and Cik Hidayah, we assume that ANH Smart Venture has cash problem as the board representative said that the cost is exceeding the income of the company. The company also only using forecasting method for budget plan, which is insufficient to reduce cost, and they rely too heavily on owner saving for help. We also assume that ANH experienced loss due to the fact the company retrenched employees since pandemic COVID-19 hit Malaysia. So for the first recommendation is increase human capital. The company should invest in human capital through educating and training employees, monitoring performance, and hiring competent candidates. Based on financial statements of ANH Smart Venture, we assume in 2019 the company has more employees than in 2018 due to increased amount in the salary and allowance. However, as I mentioned earlier, the company retrenched the employees due to the current issue. Therefore, the company should train the remaining employees in order to save costs. The company should train staff to be multitask employees. One individual can do 2 jobs simultaneously, for example, rather than hire a new worker, which is more costly to the company due to the current situation. ANH may use a performance reward system to motivate employees, which will lead to greater results. For instance, ANH may hold a design competition among its staffs, then the company can select the best design as their new design, then reward the employee with a bonus. This can help them to save money and boost employee loyalty by allowing them to contribute to the firm. This is better than the company outsource the design.
Next, which is the second recommendation, is to negotiate deferred payment. So if feasible, ANH can attempt to obtain delayed payment arrangement for payable. They also must keep an eye on this on a frequent basis, just like receivable. ANH must give supplier prior notice if cannot pay suppliers on agreed time. So provide the same courtesy to suppliers just like how they expected from the customer. So if the suppliers agreed to the delayed payment, cash outflow of ANH can be reduced. Next recommendation is to create a weekly rolling cash flow strategy. So ANH can list all the cash inflow, which receivable, cash sales, and other source of cash, and cash outflow, which consists of payables, recurring monthly payments, and extra, from week to week for specific strategies to implement. So when all mapped out, ANH can analyze the result, analyze the expenditures, which gives sense how money is going to leave the business, and how much money working capital needed. Cash flow plan can also help ANH in the recovery phase. Action can be taken to right-size employees, working capital estimates, and operating expenses. So ANH can start planning for recovery period so that if more orders start coming, ANH will have enough fund for the operations.